Hello. It's loud enough, I believe. Is that loud enough? Testing, testing. How's that sound? It's good? Okay.
Good morning, Marietta High School students. Let's come on in. Let's find our seats so we can get started with our senior assembly. Underclassmen, welcome, welcome. Let's all find our seats so we can get started with our senior assembly.
All right, everyone, welcome.
Testing. Hey, it's not. Yeah. Oh, okay. He has him on what end? Okay. Well, if you guys want to stay here and I can just move out, let's all. It's up to you. Can I see your card? Jordy Cordova. Okay.
He didn't sit at the first, then you.
Okay.
Make sure they know to not send the supervisors first.
Yeah, they know. I think they know. Yeah, not the front row. Well, you know what it's like.
Yeah, he got him in the front.
Yeah, that's,
Put them right behind. He's right behind.
okay.
Do you want me to like get the card to like ask for the pronunciation?
Fine, right there. I'm gonna get your name too. I don't want to mess your name. I mean, unless you want. I mean, what's his active? You don't want to do this? No, you have to. Look, I have to. I'm shaking. Oh, is she right? Why is she all the way up there?
Good morning. Sound all right? Thank you, sir. On behalf of Superintendent Dr. Grant Rivera, Marietta City Board of Education, and the class of 2022, welcome to the Senior Assembly. It is my honor as your principal to be here today on this beautiful day to introduce the class of 2022. I, of course, have a ton of help, and that help would be from our student council representative and officers, from Ms. DeJarnette, and from Mr. Hurd, who is the senior class faculty sponsor. We also have a legend in Marietta history here today in Dale Ellis, who will be our speaker. Addition to that, we have a great opportunity to share this as a live stream to anybody literally in the world who could not join us today. And our freshmen and sophomores are in their classes watching, so they can carry on this legacy and tradition when it is their turn. Our juniors are here today, representing the class of obviously 2023. In one short year, they will be here, and we will be celebrating them and all of their accomplishments, and also the ability to pass on this awesome tradition. So without further ado, it is my honor and pleasure to have Eden and Quadrea introduce the senior class, the class of 2022. Thank you.
No, go back. Hello? Yeah. Next is Jordy Cordova. Maria Castaneda. Keelan Trevon Skipper.
Angela Golden.
Antrell Malik Powell.
Nico Geraldo.
Ari Cooper.
Derek Averill.
Mayvon Washington.
Nana Shaw.
Hump.
Andrew Kent Owen.
Bertie Gilreed.
David McNeil.
Lisa Glimpf.
Christian Smiley.
Anna Gomez.
Empress Naya Bingi.
Susan Awad.
Eden Newman.
Ashley Swackard.
Katie Sorto.
Ahmed Daryang.
Mario Adame.
Kajane Eastis.
Jaden Hamilton.
Jalen Scott.
Ariel Poe.
Jared Giles.
Timothy Terry.
Ryan Chestnut.
Benel Valentin.
Will Barnes.
Rashanti Clark.
James May.
Ryan Torrance.
Renee Galamo.
Ariane Douglas.
Tucker Williams.
Camden Overton.
Maston Korn.
Carlos Cervantes.
Cade Mayfield.
Cameron Perry.
William Smart.
Larry Blevins.
Ross Borges.
Milan Jones.
Wesley Rodriguez.
Alan Gruen.
Ashley Segovia.
Ellis Reed.
Callie Vasquez.
Teresa Harrell.
David Wynn.
Maya Chester.
Aisha Sanders.
Devion Hall.
Valentina Moreno.
Maurice Brown.
Gabriella Mattos.
Javon Hamilton.
Sarah Crowder.
Sydney Gayton.
Natalia Mattos.
Darius Butler.
Gabrielle Fletcher.
Zuri Anthony Johnson.
Christopher Mejia.
Tyler Demarius Hughes.
Ryan Montgomery.
Jimmy Craig.
Cameron Hickson.
Taylor Williams.
Jonathan Johnson.
Daniel Martin.
Ladarius Glover.
Layla Perryman.
Kamani Gordon.
Kevon Jones.
Damian Jackson.
Amari Sr.
Roman Johnson.
Reginae King.
Antonio Brewster.
Michael Ellis.
Olivia Thomas.
Benjamin Smith.
Chiron Geardy.
Patrick Kelly.
Brandon Martin.
Jordan McInnes.
Stephen Goins.
Tajane Montgomery.
Jinde Sai.
Ladarian Johnson.
Kushal Tumala.
LaRon Folan.
Samsa Papula.
Talia Bull.
Louisa Eaker.
Labria Duncan.
Claire Eaker.
Bernadine Durval.
Raina Gant.
Alex Hicks.
Tano Miller.
Anissa Epling.
Clarence Woods.
Sierra Simmons.
Cordelia Watley.
Lydia Johnson.
Adrian Leon.
Kaylee Bragdon.
Danielle Davard.
Brian Phillip.
Eliana Parker.
Jason McGill.
Len Mendoza.
Chloe Sterling.
Milo Bradley.
Gabrielle Barnwell.
Michelle Rosas.
Malika Theophar.
Natalie Castro.
Xavier Stokes.
Kevin Serrano.
Kayla Robinson.
Jonathan Carpintero.
Sophia Johnson.
Christian Cruz.
Brianna Reed,
Olivia Tucker,
Jacqueline Gutierrez,
Alicia Summeror,
Fatima Badillo,
India Robinson,
Asaba Ahmed,
Anaya Gregory,
Jennifer Ibarra,
Flory Castro,
Alera Coes,
Anthony Galdames,
Camille Ariane Tanis,
Oscar Barcenas,
Anna Karen Magana,
Efrain Torres,
Jessica Gomez,
Benjamin Bauer,
Carla Quiroz,
Stephen Sotopo,
George Amaria,
Miles Harold,
Asher Troutman,
Richard Rowe,
Ethan Kahili,
Diana Taylor,
Demi Spencer,
Raymond Furby,
Alan Yoon,
Deshaun Woodard,
Alexandra Tafkoff,
Terrence Turner Jr.,
Corinne Cooper,
Rebecca Tillman,
Rachel Rose Thompson,
Dylan Elliott,
Marilyn Rivera,
Amira Bell,
Ava Salmari Holmes,
Lillian Salter,
Stephanie Aw,
Stella Schroeder,
Reese Johnson,
Mary Evelyn White,
Alexis Aboyme,
Mateo Rios,
Nathan Nabu,
Sydney McCarter,
Daniel Najara,
Jack English,
Christopher Carnes,
Daniel Jacobs,
Angel Govea,
Bennett Smith,
Daniel Hernandez,
Joa Batista,
Edwin Guzman,
Tadeo Overa,
Owen Thomas Hall,
Nina Clark,
Kylie Kuttner,
Stephanie Scott,
Diana Loke,
Robin Jimenez,
Madison Newbold,
John Ortiz,
Natasha Walker,
Leonard Vincent,
Amanda West,
Mitchell Walters,
Hillary Davis,
Yavin Vandersar,
Bobart Cardone,
Lisa Giselle,
Michelle Robles,
Stephanie Garcia,
Tyree Walker,
Kimberly Gramajo,
Garen Keith,
Erica Mendez Suarez,
Demetrius Kelly,
Charlize Yates,
Andre Da Silva,
Emily Scott,
Alex Francis,
Yvette Baez,
Rui Neto,
Yasmin Barajas,
Madison Alvarado,
Jacqueline Vasquez,
Jesus Renteria,
Catherine Montano,
Carmen Benito,
David Jr. Garcia,
Natalia Sanchez,
Genesis Lopez,
Yaselin Martinez,
Jessica Guerrero,
Adela Bell,
Carlos Valadares,
Andrew Suster,
Alex Cruz,
Jemiah Smith,
Leua Castro Doris,
Brooklyn Crawford,
Milton Perez Rojas,
Amaya Jones,
Sergio Montelongo,
Annalise Marshall,
Elizabeth Bracho,
Marley Garcia,
Mauricio Castillo, Edouard Ramirez,
Justice Oti Hiname,
Enrique Perez,
Lorraine Steffens,
Leonel Sanchez,
Demaya Kelly,
Yuri Alvarez,
Emanuela Ibezim Obodo,
Brittany Maldonado,
Melanie Milligan,
Miriam Torres,
Inde Dieng,
Angel Vilches,
Soraya Higgins,
Sheely Vale,
Mariah Weaver,
Daniela Vincent,
Efren Lima,
Enrica Maldonado,
Crystal Martinez,
Tayon Johnson,
Kimberly Alvarado,
Carmelo Jackson,
Melissa Amaya,
Camille Lawson,
Yaslin Rodriguez,
Kaylin Vidal,
Priscilla Marquez,
Vanna Steen,
Mariana Badillo Ramirez,
Jarius Jackson,
Faith Kendall,
Anaya Tension,
Keelan Green,
John Turner,
Marcus Carrington,
Gibson Vaught,
Bless Bouet,
Forrest Krivsky,
Anthony Van Diver,
Lucas Bear Luxemburger,
Jake William,
Charlie Bagwell,
Veronica Allen,
Emily Brooke Callahan,
Sydney Smith,
Alize Berezi,
Charles Gaucher,
Maddie Owens,
Isaiah Nelson,
Mary Emmeline McPherson,
Zachariah Achampo,
Finley Mann,
Jasmine Wright,
Meg Robinson,
Aurelia Kipnen,
Linnea Sparger,
Talia Dupre,
Alex Laycock,
Cameron Jackson,
Madeline DePasquale,
Amaria Thompson,
Lily Morrell,
Makira Douglas,
Ava McCracken,
Jacob Wilfong,
Brooke Grant,
Hayden Bassett,
Valerie Boykin,
Sam Yang,
Kerrigan Jones,
Kyle Bowen,
Harmony McInnes,
Emmanuel Perez,
Melissa Ramirez,
Alan Ramirez Resendez,
Brene Ramirez,
Stephen Rodriguez,
Daniela Ortiz,
Deep Patel,
Roman Nunez Espinoza,
Kasra Shavridi,
Zach Harrison,
Pedro Ortiz,
Kate Williamson,
Sebastian Ramirez,
Jeremiah Nah,
Brianna Washington,
Zaylin Davis, Keyshawn Theodore Larimore, Francisco Lopez, Ashley Nuguez Aguirre, and Kyla Ray.
Impressive work. And now, introduction of our officers for both the student body and for the senior class. The two young ladies that just announced their classmates' names. Our senior class president, Eden Bolade. Our senior class vice president, Quadrea Williams. Senior class secretary, Julia De Pasquale. Senior class treasurer, Ani Jones. Co-chair, senior class publicity, Lindsay Ruberry, Yasmin Walker. Our student body president, Alexandra Audrain. Student body treasurer, Ella Chesney. Student body publicity chair, Isabel Lovejoy. Our senior class representatives, Emily Jackson and Virginia Morris. Senior class representatives, Rebecca Norris and Eliza Reardon. And again, our senior class faculty sponsor, Senor Richard Hurd. Please rise for the presentation of Colors, presented by Marietta's JROTC Color Guard.
If you could please rise, we're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated.
Coming to the podium, Student Body President Alex Audrain.
Good morning, parents, teachers, students, and friends. My name is Alexandra Audrain, and I am your Student Body President. Please join me in welcoming Marietta High School's senior class of 2022 to the Senior Assembly. Every year, Marietta honors its senior class by calling every student by name, recognizing our progress in the achievement of reaching this milestone in our lives. Our high school experience and journey up until this point has been unlike any other. 538 days ago, we left for an extended spring break as sophomores, unsure where the future might take us. We navigated through virtual, hybrid, and masked learning and a social and political landscape the world has never faced before. The class of 2022 took every obstacle in stride. We did anything we set our minds to. What we haven't done and won't do is give up. We aren't just here to live through history, we are here to make it. Blue Devils, this is just the beginning. This assembly is a celebration of what we have accomplished thus far and everything that is yet to come. Savor every moment of today, the pep rally tomorrow, and every milestone of our senior year. If we have learned anything in the past 2 years, nothing is guaranteed. Don't take a single second for granted. To introduce today's speaker and honored guest, please welcome Anya Jones.
Good morning, Marietta faculty, staff, students, and parents. My name is Anya Jones, and I'm the senior class treasurer. I've been given the honor today to welcome and introduce our guest speaker, Dale Ellis. Mr. Ellis attended Marietta High School and graduated within the class of 1979. During his first time at MHS, he was a 3-year starter on the boys basketball team, and the Blue Devils won 80 games while collecting 2 region championships, 2 Final Four appearances at the state tournament. He received all county, all region, and all state honors and is still considered today as one of the best basketball players ever played in Georgia. In 1979, Mr. Ellis decided to take his talents to the University of Tennessee, where he was a 2-time first-team All-American and 2-time SEC Player of the Year. In 1983, he was drafted into the first round and 9th pick overall. He was picked by the Dallas Mavericks. Throughout his 16-year NBA career, Mr. Ellis played a key role in all of his team's successes. He was the first player in NBA history to make over 1,000 three-point shots and scored over 19,000 points. He was named as the NBA Most Improved Player in 1986 and was honored as an NBA All-Star in 1989. Mr. Ellis was selected into the SEC Basketball Legend in 2004. He was inducted into the MHS Hall of Fame in 2005. He was named to the University of Tennessee All-Century Team in 2008. He was inducted into the Georgia Sports Hall of Fame in 2010, the Atlanta Sports Hall of Fame in 2015, the Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame in 2016, and now we are anxiously awaiting for the NBA Hall of Fame. Mr. Ellis's accomplishments and accolades surpass just basketball. They have allowed him to be somebody, to help and inspire others. In 2010, he established the Dale Ellis Foundation, and he currently works with aspiring high school student athletes through the Dale Ellis Shooting Academy. Throughout Marietta High School and our community, he's a social pioneer for bringing our diverse community together here. He is an inspiration to his former coaches, teachers, peers, and our current community to this day. His impact on Marietta High School is one that will never be forgotten. It is our honor to invite him to speak today to the class of 2022 and inspire and challenge us to be somebody and finish strong. So without further ado, please help me welcome Dale Ellis.
Thank you. Thank you for that introduction. It's an honor to be here to speak. I must say, I'm always terrified to speak in front of a crowd. I hope you can hear me back there. But I believe what you should do is attack your fears. So at every opportunity I'm asked to speak, I jump at it. So I don't run from things. I'll give you middle school. First time I played organized basketball, we had a jump ball, the ball came to me. I scored the first 2 points. I was nervous. I'm nervous now. I shot the ball in the wrong basket. That's how nervous I was. But it taught me a lesson to pay attention to details. I'm just going to speak to you briefly. Listen. 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 A good friend of mine is Olympic gold medalist Mel Pender. Won the medal in 1968. I was born in 1960. I was 8 years old when he won the medal. But he told me stories about his life, how he grew up, how difficult it was. He's ex-military. He did his duty in Vietnam. When he got out of the service, he started to run. And was successful at it, won a medal. But he told me stories about his life coming up. His grandfather would sit on the court, on the porch and oversee the kids. And when the kids got out of control, he'd bring them back into control by saying those simple words, listen, and said it forcefully. He'd grab the kids' attention. You know, listening was never a problem of mine as a student. I was shy, I was quiet, so I listened, I observed, I learned that way. I always believed that the ones that are quiet, absorbing all the information, the ones that are talking are just talking. So I'm still that way. I was an average student in school. I did just enough to get by. I regret that to this day. Mathematics, history, world history, American history. I was always interested in that. So I excelled at things I was interested in. The environment I come from didn't have a lot to offer. I'm from a family of 6. I grew up in government housing right here in Marietta. You walk out your front door and walk 20 yards, you were in the street. Mom would say, get out of here and go play somewhere. Stop opening and closing that door. You had to learn real fast in an environment like that. So I grew up playing sandlot baseball, basketball, football. I enjoyed basketball. That's what I did best. I decided at an early age what I wanted to do was play basketball. I poured all my energies into it. I believe that's these youngsters. What you should do is figure out what you do best. It's where your gift lies, and you probably should pursue that. I love sports. I love the game of basketball. If you love it, you can be good at it. You put 110% in it and reach for the stars. If you fall short of your goal, you're going to find something in between that's really nice. As a freshman at high school, all the seniors that were athletes knew me. I got underneath them when I was a kid, played with them. So I was welcomed into Marietta High School as a freshman. I was one of the boys. If you're going to succeed at anything, it was pretty simple to me. I'm going to play with the best, play against the best, learn from them. So I spent time. I looked up to guys like Ronald Beltham, Charles Rosser, Thomas Jones, and Herbert Peoples. They were my role models on the court. Try to take from their game and apply it to my game. The biggest decision I've had in school was deciding what college to attend. I visited Wisconsin, Iowa, Georgia, Georgia Tech, just to mention a few. I didn't have a role model I wanted to look up to. To be successful in life, you need somebody by your side. I had Charlie Hood, my high school coach, and Ben Wilkins, who coached football, pushed me towards Tennessee. I wanted to stay home, play at the University of Georgia, but I could have made a better decision. I couldn't have made that decision without them. It turned out to be the best decision I could have ever made in my life. I'm known as one of the best shooters that ever played a game of basketball. I would sit and watch Charlie shoot a basketball and just try to emulate it. And I stole from every ball player I played with. Whatever they were doing good on the court or off the court, I tried to take that and apply it to my life. When I got into college, I saw guys like Steve Ray and Gary Carter. I had to be as good as they were. They were getting all the minutes. They pushed me every day to be better. Reggie Johnson and Howard Wood played with poise. They didn't get excited after making a big shot. They were about getting to the championship, making the ultimate shot. Rip Johnson was a walk-on. I watched this kid work his tail off every single day. Didn't have a scholarship, made the team and was awarded a scholarship. He had a go-to move. You could see it coming, but you couldn't stop it. It was amazing to me. So I started perfecting a move where I could create space to catch the ball and shoot it. So you know it's coming, but what can you do to stop it? And Seth McDonald and Craig Weiner were freshmen with me in college. I watched those guys work their tails off every single day, go into the dorm room and work just as hard hitting the books. I became the first in my family to receive a college degree. It was the most rewarding feeling I've ever had in my life. Getting that degree gave me the understanding that I can accomplish anything that I set my mind to. I went on to play 17 years in NBA basketball. I was a star in high school, star in college. I thought I was going to walk into the NBA and make an instant impact. Everybody can play on that level. Everybody's great players, even the guys that don't get off the bench. Our first 3 years were difficult. I didn't get the opportunity I wanted, but I didn't give up. I kept working at it. If you walked into a gym and you didn't know any of the players and you saw me practicing, you would think I was a star player on the team. If you didn't come to practice hard every single day, I was going to embarrass you. Practice time was playtime for me. 3 years waiting for an opportunity, playing sparingly, was difficult. Sometimes the coaches make you feel like you can't get it done. But you have to rise above that. You have to believe in yourself and your abilities to get it done. You don't give up. You set your goals as high as possible. My goal was to be known as one of the best to ever play the game of basketball. Right now, I'm known as one of the best shooters to ever play. You set your goals high. If you fall short of your goal, you're going to find something in between that's really nice, something that you can live with. And understand you're going to make mistakes. What you do is pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep moving. Keep working at it. I was fortunate being a shy kid. I was a good kid. When you're good and you're working hard, your coaches, your peers, your teachers, your parents or go out of their way to help you achieve whatever you want to achieve in life. If we are equal in talent, and I'm doing what is correct, and you're not, I play, you sit. That's how it works. So you give it your all. I believe life is just a series of choices. Sometimes we think it's difficult to choose to do what is correct, but it's easy. It's like practicing shooting a jump shot. You just practice, practice, practice. And you get to that point where you're okay. You see the benefits of doing what is correct at all times. The best don't always make it. I think Mike just no. The best don't always make it. I grew up. There was a lot of talent here in Marietta. I grew up with guys that could have easily played professional basketball. Once I got there, I could see it so simple and plain. It's right there in front of me. I played it with guys that were much more talented than the guys I was playing NBA basketball with. But there was always something that pushed them to the side, whether it was not wanting to get the schoolwork done or a problem with girls or drugs or what have you, sidetracked. High school, college is the best time of your life, best time of my life. You should enjoy every single moment of it, but work hard while you're doing it. Work hard. I want to thank you for the opportunity. I know it's something I'm going to leave out. I always do. But I hope I'm able to say something that inspires at least one of the students here. Again, reach for the stars. Be somebody. That's the motto here at Marietta. Be somebody. Give yourself a chance. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I am Isabel Lovejoy, your Student Body Publicity Chair, and on behalf of the senior class, we would like to thank Mr. Dale Ellis for being with us today and for sharing your valuable experiences and inspiring words. To show our gratitude, the class of 2022 would like to present you with a Be Somebody coin. The Be Somebody legacy of Coach Ben Wilkins and Coach James Friday Richards has become ingrained into the values of Marietta High School. The Be Somebody coin is given to someone who represents these ideals in their words, actions, and intentions. Someone whose hard work and dedication to living out Marietta's values has not gone unnoticed. We offer you this Be Somebody coin today because of how you have displayed Marietta's values throughout your career and life, and for the legacy you have left in our community. We would also like to give you our senior class t-shirt as a token of our gratitude and a reminder of the students you've inspired today. Once again, thank you so much.
Mr. Ellis wanted to offer an opportunity to the seniors if you had any questions for him based on his life experience and some of the challenges that you have. So if you're interested in asking a question, please come on up, or we'll do our best to come to you and get that question to Mr. Ellis.
Don't be shy. You know, I was in school, I had a lot of questions I wanted to ask, but I was too shy to ask those questions. If you don't know something, you ask someone.
Okay.
Were there any times where you felt like you had all this weight on your shoulders, and did it ever start getting overwhelming? And if it did, what did you do about that?
when it came to basketball, no. I like being in the position of carrying the team. If we won, beautiful. If we lost, I always took a hard look in the mirrors to see what I could have done better to help our team win. So I didn't mind carrying the weight there. I enjoy helping others. I've been retired from basketball for 17 years. I think my life is always going to be about giving back and working with others. I'm currently president of the Atlanta chapter of the Retired Players Association. We have about 50 retired players living throughout the Atlanta area. What we do is come together as a group, raise money, allocate those monies out into the community. I don't see that as being a weight. I just think it's a duty I have.
If you have a question, hold your hand up high, and we'll love to come bring you a microphone.
You have a question? You ask. Okay. I've got somebody right here. Thank you, sir.
Who's the hardest player you had to guard?
Michael Jordan. Yeah. Michael and I are the same height. We played the same position, so we had to face each other. Our game plan was always pretty good with Michael, though. We beat him up a little bit. So my job was to run him off picks. Big guys would hit him, make him feel it, make him work on the defensive end. And then when we were defending him, what I did was try to keep him out of the middle of the floor and force him to the baseline, force him to the sidelines. I always knew where help was behind me. So we had a great deal of success against Chicago. It was always exciting to play against them. It was easy, actually. You're playing against the best, so those were sleepless nights. You couldn't wait to get on the court because you knew all eyes were going to be on you. The most difficult thing for me when I was playing NBA basketball was getting up for a team that you're supposed to beat easily. So it was exciting playing against Michael.
So if you know how like you play basketball, so have you like ever seen other players and you saw like how good they were? Have you ever felt like inferior to that? And if so, like how did you like recover from that shit?
Yeah, well, I've experienced that since I was a kid growing up. So what I did was got underneath guys that I thought had more ability than I did. You know, it doesn't matter what you decide to do with your life. You know, you can find people around you that are aspiring to do the same thing. You get up underneath them. You surround yourself with good people that are working hard. I saw Thomas Jones, a high school teammate of mine, shoot a basketball, and I couldn't believe it. We became good friends. So we played one-on-one against each other. I had to learn the skill. So you surround yourself with good people, and you steal from them. Apply it to your life.
What was the moment that made you know that you want to do basketball for the rest of your life?
Well, I can reflect back to a moment in college when I hit a shot. I was a freshman. No, I was a sophomore with an NCAA tournament. We were playing Villanova. And back then, you could hold the ball. There was no shot clock. There was no three-point line. You could freeze the ball out by passing around. And the ball just ended up in my hands after we were passing it around for 5 minutes. And I made a shot in the corner to propel us to the Sweet 16. Just one shot gave me the confidence that I can go to this next level and play basketball. So what you do is just keep working at it, and it will come. If you work hard at it, the game will reveal itself to you at some point. It'll give you an understanding of how hard you have to work to be successful. Sometimes that can be frightening. I saw it playing professional basketball. As I said earlier, my goal was to be known as one of the best to ever play. And then it was all of a sudden right there in front of me. So what you're going to have to do is make concessions to get what you want. And sometimes we think that's difficult, but you got to give up things to get what you want. Nothing's free in this world. So if you're willing to give it up, you can be anything you want to be.
If you ever had performance anxiety, how did you deal with it?
Can you say that again, please?
If you ever had performance anxiety, how did you deal with it?
I'm nervous now, speaking. So I'm supposed to be performing. I just try to work through it. You know, I played 17 years. I had butterflies every time I stepped on the floor. Michael's had made similar comments. Michael Jordan had butterflies. I always thought that when I lose that, it's time for me to retire. So all you do is attack it. You run 100 miles per hour, exhaust yourself. I always performed my best when I was fatigued. You have no time to think about what you're doing. You're just reacting in sports. You put in so much time and so much energy in perfecting your craft. You shouldn't have to think about what you're doing. It's just reacting. So you go for it.
When you were a senior, did you think that you would go as far as you would in the NBA and make it to where you did?
Yes, it's always been my dream to play professional basketball. It wasn't difficult for me to give up things to play ball. I worked before school, worked after school at Lockheed with Capers Papers. You have the different gates, with so many people coming in. They need someone standing at the gates handing them a paper, changing their monies. And I did that before school for a period of time, along with a few other guys. I worked after school. I Marietta Park and Recreations on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, cleaning up parks, keep money in my pocket. I didn't mind giving up myself to get what I wanted. There was times my friends wanted to go party. Dale, you want to go? No, go ahead. I'm going to stay here for a little while, work on my game. I stayed on the court when guys didn't want to play anymore and just shoot by myself. Just that's how much I love the game, how much I wanted it. If you want it, you can be it.
I just wanted to ask, before playing like a big game, how do you get locked into your certain mentality so you can stay calm and composed on the court?
That's a good question. I got into meditating in college. I get a pregame meal, go to my room, nice and quiet environment, cut the lights off, and just visualize myself doing incredible things on the basketball court, jumping over the top of someone's head and dunking the ball. You know, just incredible feats, athletic skills. You run these things through your mind over and over again, you know, and you can actually start seeing some of that happen. You're able to do some things you never thought you could do. Meditating, take out time in your day. You don't have to do it before each and every game. You can do it anytime you like. You know, peace and quiet. Think about where you want to go with your life and start picturing it and go from there. Is that it? Thank you, guys. Be somebody.
Of course. Remember, don't let your wife put it in the dishwasher. Okay. All right. Alex. Mr. Gravstad, you ready? Woo! Mr. Gravstad, would you like to do the honors of introduction?
Please welcome to the stage your senior, Anaya Jackson, performing Warrior.
Quite some time, so I'm gonna leave the ocean just to see your eyes. I could be a need to worry, love. Look around, it's glorious. Close your eyes and taste the sun. You know where to find me. And I know where to find you. Inside, inside the light. Inside, inside the light. Inside, I'm alive. Inside, inside the light. Inside, inside the light. Inside, inside the light. Inside, I'm alive. Inside, inside the light. Inside, inside the almost there, overcome my fear. I'll save the light in our life. Just look deep inside to find you, and I, like stars in the sky, will brighten the light. Oh, oh, you know, and I know where to find you. Inside, inside the light. Inside, inside the light. Inside, I'm alive. Inside, inside the light. Inside, inside the light. Inside, inside the light. Inside, I'm alive. Inside, inside the light. Inside, inside the I could be a warrior. Yes, I am a warrior. There's no need to worry, love. Look around, it's glorious. Close your eyes and taste the sun. Yes. Sorry.
Do the alma mater. Alma mater queued up.
Yeah, with Patterson on it? You have the alma mater with Patterson on it? Play that. Yeah. Yep. Please stand for your alma mater.
Marietta as a mother, as our guide and as our friend, we were loyal to your colors and our mother weary friend. As for North, always noble, and our guidance and true. In our power to attain what's right for you.
Mr. Ellis, thank you. Parents, thank you. Mr. Mayor, thank you. Senior class, congratulations. You got a lot of work ahead of you. Like that, it'll be May. Do the right thing. Be somebody. Have a great day. Thank you.